Hey there guys, DMO73 here, and I'm joined by Alice, who's being kind of quiet and you can't hear her. But we are talking about the new spoilers today. I figured since this spoiler kind of talks about a dynamic duo, I would have Alice here joining me and looking over this stuff. So we have our new red-white cards, which is Lumia. So let's just go ahead and dig right in. So Lumia, the Fated Rebirth, human ruler, judgments of red, white, and one colorless. Energize for white and red, and at the end of your turn, you can remove target rested resonator you control from the game, then put it into its owner's field. So this is pretty cool. So this means that every turn, if you have something that's tapped, it's going to bounce back, it's going to flicker essentially. It's going to flash out and flash back in with Lumia's effect, which is free. And then if that creature has a when this card enters effect, that's going to go off. So like Percival, just to name one. You're going to get to see a lot more cards in your deck, which is really great for red-white. Just offhand, I think that effect is really, really nice. It's really balanced. They can kill the thing in response to it being targeted. So, like, it's not broken, but I definitely think it has a lot of advantage for this color. Then we have Lumia, the Saint of the Crimson Lotus. So Nyarlathotep's kind of joined her in the background there. She's a 10/10 human with swiftness. And then as this card enters your field, you may remove a card named Nyarlathotep, the Crimson Radiance, from the game, similar to how you would do with the Luminaries. And she gains imperishable, and when this card deals damage, you gain that much life, as long as that card is RFG'd. So she essentially is a 10/10 with swiftness, imperishable, and lifelink if you remove Nyarlathotep, which is crazy. And then whenever it attacks, you remove target resonator from the game, then put it into its owner's field rested. So then she also gets to flicker stuff and rest stuff, which is crazy, which will also trigger those effects. So like if you're thinking about, okay, well, I'm going to need, again, in the sake of Percival, right? So like swing in, I'm going to bounce my own Percival, flicker it, get to look at the next 5 cards, then I'm going to sacrifice that Percival to protect Lumia, and you're going to take 10 damage, and I'm going to gain 10 life. Like, that is just crazy good. Just even the advantage there, or rest something that you don't want them blocking with, or something like that, and just the advantage, I think, is just crazy. So, yeah. So I really, really like this card. The card art is amazing, and I'm really excited to play this. So Nyarlathotep, right, is the Crimson Radiance. She's a white-red 7/7 with limit of 1. So she's really only going to be able to... So she's going to lose her limit counter. She's pretty much going to only be on the field for like 1 turn at a time, right? So that's not great. It's not really that great at all, because her limit, she's going to survive for the turn that she gets played. But remember, if you can keep flickering her, then she's going to keep getting more. So that's kind of one of the weird things. And she has 2 awakening effects. So for white, when this card enters your field, remove target resonator from the game. And when this card leaves your field, you put that removed card into its owner's field, so she can RFG something for a turn. Or for red, you can pay a light or fire chant with total cost 3 or less from your hand without paying its cost. Yeah, Alice, that's really good. So for making her a 3-drop 7/7, you can also play a spell from your hand, which is pretty nutty. So there's that. And then at the end of the turn, she comes back to your hand, but there's no cost to that other than that. There's no pain for that. So pretty impressive. Then we have the Priest of Divine Protection, 3-drop 7/7 quick cast. And this says, when this card enters your field, if it was placed from your hand, you can remove another target resonator you control from the game, then put it into its owner's field rested. So remember, this is essentially the enter keyword, where she's only gonna get this effect if she came in from your hand. But she does the same kind of thing. She flickers something and puts it in rested. So you're triggering all these little when this card enters effects over and over and over again. Plus the 7/7 for 3 quick cast isn't really that bad, considering how we have Glorious, who's a 6/7 for 3. So I'm totally fine with those stats. Then we have Lumia's Judgment. It is a red-white X spell. It says remove all non-magic stones, non-J-ruler cards, and with total cost X or less from the game. So big board, slam it down for like 5, hit everything that's a 3-drop on the board, and RFG it. My only complaint with this is that it is both sides of the field, so you have to play this definitely in a more control-heavy variant, and it is chance speed, which is less ideal for, you know, making that happen. You're spending a lot of will on your turn, and then your opponent can probably recover from it because it doesn't hit their magic stones, and if they have a hand, they're going to get advantage there. But it is RFG, which is pretty nice, as opposed to just banishing them. So, moving on, we have Crimson Ray. This is probably my favorite card of the set so far. It is a red-white quick cast. This card deals 600 damage to target player or J/res, and you gain 600 life. So just for 2, it's a life gain spell and it's a burn spell that can hit players or whatever. This card is amazing, and this is going to be like a 4 of in like any deck that I run with red and white in it. It's just really, really good. And then finally we have the Shock Rock for Lumia. It is the Awakened Magic Stone, the Earth. We're back! This is me. Right here. I'm living right here. No, I'm just kidding. So, it is, if your ruler isn't Lumia, it's a Shock Rock. It's treated as a light and fire magic stone, produces both, and when you do Judgment of a light ruler, you get to recover it. So if you use these, so that's the cool thing. So if you have 3 of these on board, and you use all 3 of them to Judgment for Lumia, then they will just all recover, and your Judgment was free. That's great. That's amazing. Really, really hyped about that. I think that's a really, really cool effect to be able to kind of push this pressure through. I'm very excited about it. So former regalia recovered from Lapis, now purified as a magic stone by Lumia. So pretty cool stuff. Definitely hyped about these cards, ready to get and use them. Let me know what you guys think in the comment sections down below. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe as always. And until next time, this is DMO73 and little baby Alice signing off.